what's different about what we're doing here than everybody else who's ever talked about Star Wars? You know, this is those movies came out decades ago, and people have been doing this for a while. What's our new take?
I don't know that we have a new take.
I I I was thinking about this, dude. We should.
We just have our take.
One thing I was thinking is we're sitting here and when you write down, all right, who's your target audience? And I was like, dudes like us. Will dudes like you watch this? Well, shit, I watch this. I watch it on my phone. Like,
Gorilla stomping he does. Gorilla stomping he does.
welcome to Ackbar's Attic. Here we are, together. We've been doing videos by ourselves.
Finally.
Finally, I'm sitting on my phone. All right, so today what we're going to do is we're going to pull out our first piece. Not that piece, dude. Calm down.
Oh, these helmets are itchy.
So I think what we have for you today is we're just going to go straight up. Most well-known character. In fact, George Lucas said that the entire Star Wars world he built was based on the story of this character. So go ahead and whip it on out.
Better not bring your kids.
When is this Star Spinner?
All right. So, character Darth Vader. All right. If you don't know Darth Vader, watch the movies. All right. Darth Vader used to be Anakin Skywalker, and then he went to the dark side. So, I think Darth Vader has been in almost every show and movie. Dang close. I think he hasn't been in the newer sequels.
Yeah.
I think he stopped at what? Return of the Jedi was it,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
Rogue One more recently, since they like to go out of sequence. But he was even in Rebels. Was he in Clone Wars? I can't remember the animated series, but
he was in the very final scene of Clone Wars whenever he was walking up and Ahsoka had left her lightsabers in the snow and he walked up and picks them up.
Yes, I remember that. Yep.
Dude, like, I got to talk about that part.
Okay.
So I'm so glad they made that last season because they originally ended it after Yoda became one with the Force and was like in some weird Zen universe floating around.
Yeah.
But then they came back and made that last season. And whenever Rex and Ahsoka are out and they start to execute Order 66, and she can just feel Anakin turn, and she's like, "No!" It broke my heart all over again.
Yeah.
That was my one thing about Revenge of the Sith, and I'm sure like anybody watching it, for all the people who didn't like the movies when they first came out because they were older, the generation 10 years younger than us, my brother, my cousin, they loved the prequels. Those are their favorite. That's what Star Wars was to them. And I'll never forget there on Mustafar when Anakin is just so far gone and Obi-Wan, could you imagine feeling like Obi-Wan Kenobi right there? This guy that you've been brothers with since he was a pup is just turned into this evil carnate, and
yeah,
it just completely breaks my heart. And if you look, he's sitting there and he's crawling up, his legs are burned off, and he's like, "Help me!" And he's like, "I cannot help you, Anakin." And then that's when his eyes turn red to Sith, and that's when the hate seeps in because he had that last cry for help, but Obi-Wan was like, "Nope, sorry, dude, you fucked yourself over.
I hate you.
I hate you." Oh my gosh.
So I like that whole his whole path to that point. my thoughts, and I've looked online a little bit, I'm not the only one, is that Palpatine actually, just like he set up the entire Republic
Mm-hmm.
for failure, it's like he put all these ideas in Anakin's head. It's almost like he was using the Force to make him have those dreams. And
He inceptioned him.
right, yeah, it is kind of sad. I don't know if it broke my heart, but it was
Oh,
a
dude, it
darn
was.
shame, you know?
I think what it was for me is because going back and watching it after seeing Clone Wars, whenever I first started watching Clone Wars, I was not really a fan. I was like, oh, what's this kiddie thing?
Oh my gosh.
But
Okay.
luckily, it was all with characters you knew, except for Ahsoka was new, and she's kind of bratty and annoying. And I was like,
Snippy.
snips. And and I just didn't quite understand what was going on. But I do have to say they did it right by having Yoda destroy 20 battle droids by himself, hopping around like a little
Oh yeah.
ball. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, don't let the cane fool you. This guy's limber.
Shit, Star Wars has been a part of my life for over 30 years.
Yep.
It's the only thing that hasn't disappointed. Well, we'll talk about all the disappointing things that has come of the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, namely Disney. But whatever, we'll get past it. We'll get past it together.
When it comes to these, this is a Black Series, right?
No, this is the Disney Star Wars Elite Series. I think you could only get it at Disney Parks or Disney Store online. And these are die-cast metal figures. The Black Series are plastic.
Gotcha.
So these little heavier. I do like the packaging on these with the nice big front, not plastic-free window. And the boxes, I think the boxes look a little nicer than your standard Redline Black Series, but Hasbro upped their game with the Galaxy collection. But yeah, these die-cast figures look pretty good. Like I don't have one that I'm like, wow, that looks like trash. Maybe Poe Dameron. That one, I don't know. His face is kind of, it's like somebody hit him with a 2x4 or something. I don't know. But when these came out, they were about $25 retail. But currently, I think for this one specifically, the lowest I've seen recently is about $17 on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not, I go into the inflation mindset. Well, what was $25? $25 back then. What is that now with inflation?
Mm-hmm.
And I pulled up a little calculator on my computer and I was just plugging numbers in. And I was like, wow, I got a better deal on that than I thought. If you just go with the MSRP, but this one specifically just didn't even hold its value.
Really?
But selling for well under the MSRP. So obviously I bought it because it was a good deal, but I just like the way these look, and the
it looks
boxes are really nice.
What do you think is the reason why people aren't buying it?
I don't know. What I have noticed in the short time that I've been collecting, it's so fluid. Some of the items I bought back in January, I was like, oh man, I really don't want to pay that much, but I really want it. And then I go on and find that item, bids or auctions ending soonest or for buy now. And I'm like, wow, I paid 3 times more than this guy's selling it for. Dang it. But I don't know what it, you know, I don't know if it's related to the holidays or what. I haven't been able to narrow it down.
Stock markets, huh? You gotta time it just right.
Yeah, it's really fluid, and I don't know what really drives people to increase their purchases or to increase their prices if you're a seller, but they definitely, you could check today and it's 17 and tomorrow it might be 14 or 20. There's no rhyme or reason to it that I can see, but it does fluctuate significantly, and Hell, sometimes you can find them on Amazon on sale for $10. Certain
That's what I was
items.
gonna say. Where do you normally get these?
Well, they don't make these anymore. So
You can't
normally
go
it's
online?
eBay, but surprisingly, sometimes I guess Walmart or Amazon or Target will have old stock of, not going back to like 2005 in the 90s, but in the 2020, 2019, there's been onesies and twosies at those retailers online that I'm like, whoa, you still have that in stock? Why? I don't know. But sometimes you can grab a deal. And usually it says final sale, no returns.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just very fluid. It just, I don't know. The prices go up and down all the time. So there's a few items that consistently stay high, but those are the ones I told you before. I feel like, what did Hasbro make 3 of these?
Yeah.
You know, like they're that much, like 115 for a single figure, and that's pretty much the average. And it's, oh, guess I gotta spend $100. Gotta complete my collection.
Out of all your collections, which Darth Vader is your favorite?
Which Darth Vader is my favorite? So there's another one from this Elite series for the 40th anniversary where it's Darth Vader, but his helmet's off in the packaging.
Hmm.
And it's the, I mean, he wasn't like walking around with his helmet off at the end of Return of the Jedi, but
He's just,
but it's that sculpt of when Luke takes his helmet off at the end. And it looks really good.
yeah.
Yeah, I actually think whoever I bought it from, I think purchased it at Disneyland Japan or something, because there's a bunch of Japanese on it. But there's still English on it, so we're good.
Gonna get
but
us
that's
canceled before we
probably
get
my-
started.
That one and then the Obi-Wan Kenobi Duel's End
Yeah.
are my 2 absolute favorites of any of the Darth Vaders. But of course, the older Power of the Force, Power of the Jedi, I don't think the technology was there yet
Mhm.
for the sculpts. So of course, as we travel to the now, the smaller versions are going to look better, but I wish they would just make 6-inch,
Mhm.
6 or
Yeah.
12-inch of all of these, because they allows them to give greater detail to the figure itself. But there are some good sculpts and paint jobs out there, even going back into the mid 90s. I like this one for your standard Darth Vader. I like his counterpart with the helmet off, and then that Duel's End. The side of his helmet that's missing,
Mhm.
man, it blows my mind how detailed that is. And it's almost that eye that you can see. It's almost like he's looking right at you.
Yeah.
I was really happy when I got that one. And apparently they're coming out with it again. We were talking about that earlier. I just got the pre-order with Hasbro. They're apparently reissuing that Duel's End. I think it comes out early 26, and they went from the curved box to the square box. But it's the same number, 15, and it's the same figure. So I don't know. I don't know. But we were just talking. We still don't have the Zeb Aurelius from his brief appearance in The Mandalorian, but let's make another Darth Vader.
You can never have too many Darth Vaders.
Yeah,
right?
well, let's make the same Darth Vader, the exact
Again.
same figure again in a different box. I think that's,
What if they were just like, it was like a warehouse in Indiana Jones, and they just opened a box and there were a whole bunch of them. They're like, oh shit, what do we do with these? They're like, hey, I got an idea. Why don't we put them in a different box and sell them again?
let's redo the box and sell them again. So,
Tell you what, oh, we got to say, all right, that's all we have for you today. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Drop a comment about what you would like us to talk about next.
yes, please. I cannot decide on which figure to talk about. This was just in the front where I store them, and we're like, oh, let's do Darth Vader. There was no rhyme or reason. I have too many. I have Hot Wheels. I've got Funko Pop. And if I don't have it and you want to see something, let me know. It gives me an excuse to buy it.
Yep. And if you like this channel enough, we might buy a second one so we can actually open them.
Yes.
I don't know if you noticed this. So first of all, okay, hey, before we take off,
Yep, psych. Time out. We're going to keep going.
before we drop off, how about you do this? Tell us exactly how you got started with all this. Hey,
Okay. Okay.
if you watch some of our other videos, you saw 6 months into his collection, we had over 900,
Yeah, it was like 9 something.
nine
Yeah.
something, and that was done in 6 months.
Yes.
And so, how did this all?
The nidus.
how,
The
yeah,
nidus.
yeah.
For my-
What was how did this craziness start?
So, holiday season 2024, I think just prior, like around maybe just before Thanksgiving, I noticed my brother had a bunch of old like Star Wars stuff on Facebook Marketplace, and he had posted it on his Facebook, and I was like, why are you selling those? And he goes, well, I'm just storing them. I'm not playing with them. He's like, I figure I'd make some money. And so what he was selling them for, I said, dude, I'm going to see mom and dad for Christmas. Just put them all in boxes, give them to them, and I'll put them on eBay for you. And I said, I'll just take 10% off of whatever I sell, like for my troubles and my effort. He goes, okay. Well, when I got them, the boxes, I started going through. We'll just say I was busy with my career and I hadn't kept up with Star Wars figures. Well, the first one I pulled out, I remember this, it was the carbonized Mandalorian. I believe that's number 94 in the Red Line series. And I remember I pulled it out and was like, what's this? And I stared at it for what felt like an eternity, just up and down, checking out the artwork and the mold, the sculpt. And I was like, oh my God, look at this box. It's gorgeous. Oh, they're numbered. Like, oh, there's a whole set. That's pretty much how it started.
They're
And
numbered. It's like Pokemon. You gotta catch them all.
so I told my brother, I'll buy all of these from you directly. And then my first order, I was on that vacation, and I think it was a Cad Bane. I can't remember from which show. That was my first order. And then I said, okay, I'm going to get the number 1 for Red Line, each show or series in the Galaxy collection. Then what happens? Then I'm like, oh my gosh, they numbered the titanium vehicles. Got to get number 1. Oh, they have vehicles. Got to get number 1. Ooh, they have centerpieces. They're numbered. Got to get numbered. So I started with all the number 1s. Some of them were very expensive at the time. So I had to decide, okay, I'll get number 3. That one's pretty cheap. So I kind of went out of order. But then I'm like, oh my God, I never knew that they had Comic-Con releases and NYCC releases and European convention releases. And then, oh, you have Walgreens exclusive, Target exclusive, Amazon exclusive, Walmart. So as I'm digging this hole deeper and deeper and deeper, and now I'm into Hallmark ornaments, Hot Wheels Comic-Con release. So the 900 and some is probably now well over 1,100, 1,200 with all of that put together, plus the pet protectors, which every one of them has one. So average $5 a protector, and you can do the math. So I don't have the space to open these yet. So I'm protecting them until such time. And then we were laughing earlier. What am I going to do with all these protectors?
Yeah, after you unbox them all.
Like secondhand collectibles store, I guess. Do you have any collectibles? No, I just have the protectors. $1 a piece, bro. But yeah, that's pretty much how I got started. And my significant other was pleasantly silent for about 5 to 6 months. And then I started getting, hey, I think we need to cool it for a little bit. And I agreed and found myself like, oh, but that's such a good deal. Bye. So I have slowed down significantly. we have started. But the deal is, I don't want my face on the internet. You know, I'm big on online footprint. So that was the agreement. We're doing this, but now we're getting into masks and helmets.
Yep.
And really crappy Pakistani Mandalorian armor.
Yeah, you gotta tune in for another episode of that one.
Yeah. We'll do another video on that one, and you can see. Anyway.
All right. Well, we'll close this one out. Don't forget, subscribe, drop a comment, and until next time, may the force be with you.
See y'all.
Jävla som vi does.